It started like any other Saturday morning. I was enjoying coffee on my porch, watching the sun hit the trees, when I heard shouting across the property line. My neighbor, Bob, HOA enthusiast and self-appointed land expert, was waving his arms and screaming about how my land was supposedly his. I frowned. Really, Bob, again? Moments later, a sheriff's cruiser pulled up. I didn't call anyone. Apparently, Bob had dialed 911, claiming that I was trespassing on his property and that I had assaulted him in some land dispute. The officer stepped out, notebook in hand, and approached cautiously. Bob immediately began his spiel. "This man is illegally on my land. You have to arrest him. Look at the property lines. He has no rights here." I stayed calm. "Officer, this is my land," I said, holding up my coffee like a peace offering. "I have the deed, the survey, and all legal documentation." The sheriff raised an eyebrow. "Do you have the paperwork?" I handed over the deed, along with a recent survey map showing my property lines clearly. The sheriff scanned the documents. Bob leaned in, trying to whisper, "I think you'll see." The sheriff looked up, eyebrow cocked, and shook his head. "Sir, this is your property. All of it. You have full rights to it. And this gentleman," he gestured at Bob, "is going to need to cool down and stop making false claims." Bob's face turned red. But I've lived here for years." "Yes," the sheriff said, "but that doesn't change ownership. You can't claim property that isn't yours," Bob sputtered, waving his arms. But the sheriff had already moved on, making notes and giving Bob a firm warning about filing false reports. Bob finally stormed off, muttering about legal loopholes and community rights, but everyone watching knew he had lost. I waved politely at the officer. "Thank you for your time." By the time I sat back down with my coffee, the sun was fully out, birds were singing, and my property was officially indisputably mine. Sometimes, the best way to handle entitlement isn't yelling, fighting, or arguing. It's calm, legal proof. A single piece of paper can stop a lifetime of HOA and neighbor drama.